Lieberman. And upcoming, the bout that everybody has anticipated, the 177-pound final featuring Ed Banach, two-time NCAA champion out of Iowa. I spoke with him earlier.
What about you now as far as goals are concerned? Anything in particular that you're striving for now through the balance of your career?
Yeah, well, obviously tonight I want to be a national champion. And then next year I want to go on and win another national championship and become the first wrestler ever to win 4 so far. I think there's other wrestlers in the country that'll come along and accomplish that too. And then after that, in 1984, I'd like to represent the United States Olympic wrestling team.
The man he will be taking on is Mark Schultz of the University of Oklahoma. And it's already been a big day for the Schultz family because earlier in the finals of the 167-pound class, it was Mark's brother Dave who defeated Mike Sheets of Oklahoma State to take the NCAA championship. Dave was the runner-up last year at 158, winning this year at 167. So here we go, the first period, 3 minutes. Banach of Iowa and Schultz of Oklahoma.
Both these men are very, very aggressive, and we'll probably see quite a bit of upper body action. They're both very, very good Greco-Roman wrestlers and love to throw. Could be the deciding factor. The man who dominates the upper body tie-ups and is able to throw successfully could be the winner.
It's a battle of the East against the West. Banach made his way to Iowa from the town of Port Jervis, New York. Schultz, matriculating at Oklahoma, grew up in Palo Alto, California.
One of the big upsets of the dual meet season was when Mark Schultz upset Ed Banach in their dual meet. The score in that bout was 10-9, a real barn burner.
Overall, they met twice this season, splitting their 2 matches. Banach attempting to become the first man ever to win 4 NCAA championships. He's halfway there. About a minute into the first period. Still no scoring as they are feeling each other out at this point.
There are 3 Banachs on the Iowa wrestling team, Al. They're quite a wrestling family from Port Jervis. There were 14 kids in the family. So that's quite a place to get some competition in a family of that size.
Brother Lou was the NCAA heavyweight champion last year, but lost last night in the semifinal in that weight class. Banach in black of Iowa, Schultz in red of Oklahoma. Still no scoring thus far.
There's an attempted throw by Schultz. Banach catches him on it, keeps him on his back.
A takedown and a near fall, 4-0, Banach on top.
Schultz coming out the side, gaining control. There's a reversal.
Beautiful reversal to make the score 4-2. And outside the circle, they'll come back to the middle. So 4 quick points for Banach, but then Schultz with a beautiful reversal to make it 4-2.
Ed did a very good job of countering that throw. He didn't let Mark Schultz get the momentum, get the motion going backwards to complete the throw, and ended up getting 4 points out of it. A good counter.
And an escape for Ed Banach to make the score 5-2. The Hawkeye leading by 3. Under a minute to go in the first period.
Neither man seems concerned. They're back in that chest-to-chest position. They both are confident here. There goes the throw by Schultz. 2-point takedown, and they're counting back points.
That's 2 more points, a 4-point move in essence for Schultz, who has turned a 3-point deficit into a 1-point advantage with 24 seconds to go in the period.
He did a nice job controlling that position, putting Banach to his back. That's one of the few times we've seen Banach on his back.
6-5 with Schultz in the top position. Single leg here.
Banach doesn't seem to be moving real strongly from the bottom position. He's trying to stand up, but Mark Schultz seems to be controlling the action.
Out of the circle with 8 seconds. In a very exciting first period. Schultz on top by 1 point.
Banach is coming up off the bottom with a stand-up again. He's running out of time. 3, 2, 1.
And that's the end of the first period with Dave Schultz leading 6-5.
Let's take another look at this 4-point throw that gives Mark Schultz the lead. He gets Ed Banach pushing into him, moving into him. That gives the momentum to hit this throw and get the 2-point takedown. But here's the crucial point. Schultz brings Banach back towards his back to get the near fall points.
So Schultz leads by a point. The second period coming up. But in black, Mark Schultz of Oklahoma in red. After the first period, it's Schultz leading 6-5. Second period of 2 minutes duration. Schultz on the bottom.
Mark Schultz was an NCAA champion last year at 167 pounds. He moved up to 177 this year so that his brother could wrestle at 67. His brother won that title.
And there's an escape for Schultz to make the score 7-5.
Schultz is in on a deep single leg, a real good shot. With his heading back up, Banach in trouble. There's a takedown, 2 points.
That makes the score 9-5. Banach was leading 5-2, and now Schultz has countered with 7 consecutive points to lead by 4.
Banach does not look explosive in the bottom position. Normally, he's up on his feet, he's out in a matter of seconds. Here, he's getting into all kinds of trouble with Schultz.
Banach trailing 9-5.
Schultz is going for the tilt, but he's got himself in trouble. Had his legs in, but he slipped out. That's 2 points reversal.
Fine move by Banach, and that gets him right back in the match. That makes the score 9-7.
Ed Banach won't quit on this bout. He's going to wrestle all the way through the bout. 7 minutes. He's got a bar arm and trying to turn Mark Schultz. If he can turn him, he can tie it up.
This by far the best action in the final round in the NCAA Championships. Schultz on top 9-7. Just over a half minute remaining in the second round, and that's an escape for Schultz to make the score 10-7. He's up by 3.
Banach was running that bar arm, and he just got a little high. It was easy for Schultz to slip out right there. Here they are in the chest-to-chest position, a very dangerous spot. We've seen some throws before. Just at the edge. Oh!
And out of the circle. No scoring there. 12 seconds remaining in the period.
Schultz almost had another 2-point takedown, and you notice he's dominating the upper body position. This is crucial to win this bout. He's going for the upset. He's not afraid to wrestle Banach up there.
And the second period is over with Schultz leading it by a score of 10-7. And not only that, he has a big riding time advantage. There's Dan Gable, the Iowa coach. And if he can maintain that 1 minute advantage, that will mean another point for him at the end. Now we start the third and final period. 2 minutes. The 177-pound title at stake. Schultz leading by 3.
Banach seems to have lost his enthusiasm. He's not exploding off the bottom. This is going to be a real problem. He's got to get out from the bottom and get some control. Here he's almost out. But Schultz is back in on a double, brings him back down to the mat, maintains the control position.
Schultz of Oklahoma leading at 10-7. He can work the clock to his advantage now. In addition, 3-point lead plus the riding time advantage at the moment. In essence, that amounts to a 4-point lead. Outside the circle they go. And back to the middle now. Dan Gable looking on. His man Banach in a most unusual position, trailing with time running out.
Schultz has been wrestling a little more conservatively now. He's not going to go for any big points. He'd like Ed Banach to make the mistakes. Banach up on his feet. Schultz is in a body lock position. Does a nice job of bringing him down to the mat with his body lock. It's a little hip toss. Banach trying to get out again. Schultz maintaining control. Doing a very good job riding Ed Banach.
And building up more riding time. Schultz leading at 10-7. Halfway through the final period. And now we've got a whistle and a stalling warning for Schultz. That is not a point for Banach. That's his first warning. An ensuing warning would mean a point for Banach. Still, 10-7. Schultz of Oklahoma leading. He'll start in the top position here.
Banach knows that he's got to go for a big throw. He's got to get up to his feet, get back to that chest-to-chest position. Here he is, trying to get out. He's up. He's almost out. He's got to clear the hand off his back. There it is. 1-point escape.
An escape for a point to make it 10-8. So a 2-point difference now with half a minute remaining in the bout.
If there's a throw here, this will decide the bout. Either way, there's Banach going. Schultz counters. bringing him back. He's got the takedown and back points. That's the big one for Schultz. He's going to get 3 back points out of that.
A great move, in essence, 5 points total for Schultz. He now leads it by a score of 15-8, and the reign of Ed Banach is just about over. As the seconds tick down, it is Schultz of Oklahoma defeating Banach and celebrating with a backflip. And with the riding time advantage tacked on, the extra point there, the final score is Schultz 16 and Banach 8.
Schultz did a great job completely dominating the bout, both on his feet with the throws and on the top position where he rode Banach. A big win for Mark Schultz. There's a happy young man.
And for Ed Banach, champion as a freshman, champion as a sophomore, runner-up now as a junior.
Let's take a look at that last throw. It was just beautiful. Banach was going for the throw. Here he has momentum, but he doesn't clear Schultz through again. Schultz brings him back, gaining control right there, and then goes on to sink a deep half and hold him on his back for 3 points near fall.
And that showed up the match right there. Somehow, after 7 minutes of intense competition, Schultz able to pull off a beautiful backflip. And Mark's with Mark Schultz right now.
Mark Schultz, a great win. You did what people said couldn't be done. You upset Ed Banach, a 2-time champion. Now you've joined the ranks of 2-time champions. What do you think of the bout?
I am so excited. I can't believe it. It's like a dream. I can't believe it's true.
Did you think both you and your brother could win the championship this year?
I didn't know. I just hope for the best.
Well, a great weekend for the Schultz brothers, but a very frustrating one for the Banach brothers, as Lou lost last night in the heavyweight semis, and Ed tastes defeat today. We'll be back in Ames, Iowa. Oklahoma still bearing down on Iowa State in the battle for second.
Ed, that was really a tough loss. Your road to 4 championships ran into a big stumbling block. What do you think about the bout?
Running it over in my mind right now, I didn't follow my coach's strategy or my strategy at all. I shouldn't have tied up so much with him, and that's how he got all of his points. I should have shot more and tried to keep control the match for my own fault.
The upper body throws seem to be crucial in the bout. I think you could say he beat you in the upper body position. Do you think you can work on that? Do you think you can beat him next year if you meet him?
Yeah, I do think that he handled me pretty well up there today. I do have a lot of work. I'm going to go back and watch the film and think about the match over and over a million times in my mind. I just got to work on a lot of things, come back strong next year.
Both men juniors, and we could see them in the championship finals in 1983.